Inventions and new ideas have changed how we live. These fascinating inventions paved the way for other innovations that have transformed the planet. They helped our ancestors and us to live better and make the world we have today. In this video, we'll talk about the top 10 things that have changed the world. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get regular updates. Let's get into the video. Number 10. Concrete. Long ago, ancient Romans were among the first to use a strong material called concrete in building things like bathhouses and famous places such as the Colosseum and Pantheon. They mixed concrete with volcanic ash, lime, and seawater. Surprisingly, many of these old buildings are still standing strong even after 2,000 years. Towards the late 1800s in France, people figured out how to make concrete even stronger by adding steel. This made it possible to use concrete in more kinds of buildings. Number 9. Compass. During the Han Dynasty in China, which was a long time ago, they invented something called the compass. After that, sailors from China shared this invention with people in other parts of the world. With the compass, sailors could travel safely even when they couldn't see the stars. This opened up new routes for exploration and trade, changing the world forever. And even today, we still use compasses to find our way around. Number 8. Printing press. Johannes Gutenberg, a German inventor, made the printing press around 1440 to 1450. The printing press made it much faster to make copies of books. This meant that knowledge could spread quickly and reach more people than ever before. By 1500, printing workshops were in many towns, and millions of books had been printed across Western Europe. Number 7. Telephone. A long time ago, many people worked on making phones that could talk using electricity. But it was a man from Scotland named Alexander Graham Bell who got the first patent for the electric telephone in 1876. Bell's invention changed the world a lot. Businesses and people could talk to each other from far away, which was a big deal. When Bell passed away, everyone in the United States and Canada stopped using the phone for 1 minute to remember him. Number 6. Magnifying glass. A long time ago, in 1268, a man named Roger Bacon, who was a friar and a scholar at Oxford University, made the first magnifying glass. Some people call him Britain's first scientist. He got ideas from Muslim scholars before him. The invention of the magnifying glass changed the world by helping people see things more clearly and in more detail. Before the magnifying glass, it was difficult for people to examine small objects closely. Number 5. Light bulb. When the light bulb was invented, it started a new era in human history. People often say that Thomas Edison invented the electric light, but Humphrey Davy was the first person to make one in 1802. But Davy's light wasn't useful for everyday tasks. Through Edison's work in 1879, the light bulb became a real thing and lit up the world. Edison's idea, which used a carbon filament bulb inside a glass bowl, changed everything. It was easy to use and worked well, and it led to the general use of electricity in the West. Number 4. Batteries. The first battery was made in 1800 by an Italian physicist named Alessandro Volta. He stacked copper and zinc discs together, put them in salty water, and found out they could make electricity. But the first battery that people used came later, in 1859, by a French physicist named Gaston Planté. He made a rechargeable battery called the lead-acid battery, which is still used in cars today. This invention changed a lot of things because it let us store and use electricity in new ways. Number 3. Airplane. People have dreamed of flying for a long time. In 1853, George Cayley made the first glider that could fly, and in 1903, Orville and Wilbur Wright built the first airplane. They were inspired by watching birds fly. Their airplane took off from Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and flew without crashing, unlike earlier attempts. It had wings like a bird and was 32 feet wide. Number 2. Internet. Back in the 1960s, a group of computer experts working for the U.S. Defense Department made the first version of the Internet called a prenet. This lets computers in different places talk to each other using a method called packet switching. In the 1970s, more scientists improved the Internet by making important rules for how computers communicate. These rules are called Transmission Control Protocol, TCP, and Internet Protocol, IP. Thanks to these inventions, the Internet has become a big part of our lives, connecting people all around the world in a way that was never possible before. Number 1. Nuclear energy. Nuclear energy was first discovered in the 1930s by an Italian scientist named Enrico Fermi. He found that when you hit atoms with tiny particles called neutrons, they split and make a lot of energy. Fermi made the first nuclear chain reaction at the University of Chicago. Today, nuclear power is still used around the world and provides about 10% of our energy. Scientists are trying to make a new kind of nuclear reactor called a fusion reactor. It could give us clean, endless energy. That's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and share the video and follow us for more amazing content. Thanks for watching.